While you're stepping off stage, I'm just going to introduce the next speaker. We're going to talk about growth hacking with Google. And today we have Ivelina Manova, who is a Google certified trainer, and as such actually professionally trains individuals. She's absolutely passionate about it. She's going to see it on stage in a minute. She always tries to optimize every step of daily tasks and believe that everything can be done better and more effectively in general. Ivelina is the co-founder and general manager of Ad Academy, which is data-driven Google AdWords agency. Ivelina, off to you. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Ivelina, and I'm going to talk about Google products. I'm here today to say a few words how you can benefit from free Google tools and how you can validate or start validating an idea with as low as $25. I will show you how. So during the presentation, I'm going to share a few words about me, my company as a startup as well, and we're going to have a digital marketing overview. What is available and what can you do with it? And then we are going to outline the action plan. What we have to implement, what are the different stages, and then I'm going to share my favorite Google products, a list of tools, and this is a workshop. If you are having some device, you can browse with me and check them as well, and I'm going to share additional information after the presentation. I'm going to be here during the whole day. So we started the company Ad Academy last year. It is a startup company founded by me together with Stanislav and Kirill. We are the 3 certified trainers in Bulgaria. We started with one product, and the product is product knowledge in Google products. And we decided that we can have 2 services. The first one is actually product trainings, which we are going to look at more closely. And the other one is AdWords campaign management, creation, optimization. We are really passionate about Google products, and we can deliver real results with them. And at the moment, only a year after our startup was founded, we have more than 100 active AdWords accounts, working with clients not only from Bulgaria, but from other English-speaking countries, from all verticals. And we are managing currently a 6-digit ad spend of money in our accounts. All team members are certified trainers and certified individuals. So we are delivering quality over quantity. And it's all about data. It's all about gathering the proper data, getting the insights from this data, and taking the right actions. You have to learn from the results. Whether they're right or wrong, it doesn't matter. You have to learn, you have to optimize. You have to track them properly, and you have to take some decisions after it. So let's talk about what we have available. It's about having an owned media. This is everything that is user-generated, company-generated. It's your website, your blog, your social media, fan pages, and everything else. Somebody might say that this is the free media, but actually it's not. It's your time that you have to invest in it. And then we have the earned media, and this is the media that comes naturally after the owned media. And the paid media is connected traditionally with advertising. You pay for some results. And the mastery of the content strategy is actually to combine 2 or more of them into your strategy, and to implement all available materials, content into your strategy, and to optimize. And by advertising, I may say that most generally, we are thinking and talking about 2 main objectives. You are first developing your brand, your name. If nobody knows the product, then you have to develop some brand identity. You have to inform the users there is something very important about your product, that is a solution to their problem that it's not familiar to your users yet. And the other one, the second purpose may be to get some customer acquisition, to have some real users upon which to take the right decisions. And let's outline our marketing strategy. First, you have to validate your marketing potential. You have to find where are your users, how can you create a customer database. You have to observe. The next one, you have to plan. You need to have some action plan in hand. You have to have some strategy in order to know how to implement this plan into all available marketing resources and to measure them. And the last one is to verify. To verify your ideas, no matter that they're wrong or right, because you're making assumptions. And the best way to verify something is first to use all available research tools, and the other one is to run real campaign with real users. And I'm going to talk about my favorite Google products. We have 4 tools that comes in the pre-launch stage. It's very important to know all of them, in my opinion. And they're going to give you insight into your audiences and their behavior. During the launch stage, I'm going to talk about AdWords as a marketing instrument, and this is a paid instrument, as all of you know. But you can start your validating ideas with as low as $25. And the post-launch, you have to analyze the gathered data. Everything is there. Everything that you have tested the text ads, the landing pages. There are great tools to create content and to create variations. There are some free and some paid, but you can start with as low as 0, and there are available great resources, great tools. And the validation stages. You have 2 most important ones. First, you have to discover where your customers are. Do you know where your customers are? Do you know what device they're using? Do you know if they're male or female, or that they're having access during work hours instead of afternoon hours? Then you can use Google Trends, Consumer Barometer, Keyword and Display Planner to discover your customers. And at the stage of customer creation, you can use and optimize all Google AdWords instruments. It's not only about the search network. Search network is clear. You pay for keywords, your ad shows, and somebody clicks on the ad. But there are available great amount of other tools for mobile marketing. I can talk for more than 5 hours. We have such trainings for mobile, for YouTube advertisement. And you have remarketing. Those people that already have been to your website, are you retargeting them to return to your website? Because if you're not, you have to start doing it, and it gives you great results. So let's look at Google Trends. Google Trends, you can see the URL just below the text. You can check it if you don't know it yet. It's a free tool that gives you information about the trends of specific keywords that you have selected. You can change the location where you're searching for those keywords by searching worldwide or navigating to the country you have already chosen. Then you can select the period of time that you're going to look at. It goes back to 2004. A lot of data, 10 years of data, and it gives you trends. It gives you some seasonal trends, some monthly trends. It gives you an information what is happening with the consumer behavior. Here we have 3 words, our 3 main keywords that are Google trainings, AdWords trainings, analytic trainings. And we see that the Google trainings is the yellow chart. It's the highest potential, but there we have a lot of competition. And we see that the top countries that are generating the highest search volume are actually India, Australia, United Kingdoms, and United States. You can search for these statistics in particular country, or you can just find some relevant information across all countries. Then we have the Consumer Barometer. I must ask you, how many of you know this product? Only a few hands. Okay, you have competitive advantage, because this tool is one of the most unfamiliar ones, but this one is one of the most helpful. So it gives you information about the research and purchase behavior of the customers. This instrument is actually importing third-party cookies from DoubleClick and Google AdWords and Google in general to make some changes and to make some research on how much of all of the users in particular countries are having specific behavior. Let's say we are searching here for what is the penetration of internet in Bulgaria, and it shows 68%. The second bar is about how many of them are using tablets. It's 8%, and we have how many of them are using smartphone. It's more than 20%. And this is information available for all countries in the world. First, we have 4 options to choose from. You can test it while I'm showing, or you can test it after the presentation. So we have topics, products, countries, and audience. Topics is one of the most important one because there you can select what is the internet access. Is it people using smartphones instead of tablets? Then you have device usage. Then you have consumer attitudes. Is it people that are looking for more information online but purchasing offline? Do you need this kind of information? Then you can select how much percentage of the people are using smartphones, how many of them have internet access, and again, one more option of all of them is maybe what is the percentage of people who are searching for more information while they're at the store. And they're using their smartphone to receive more information about the product that they're interested to buy. Then we have some product details. Those are ready-to-use categories, and you can choose from them if your product fits. We have more information about the countries, all of them. You can select only a few words from a few countries from Europe, or all of them. You can just try and check. And then you have the audience option. I think this one is the most important one. It gives you information about the gender segmentation. It gives you information about the age groups, about the education, and about the internet usage, high or low. And in the end, you get something like that. I decided to run a research on a comparison between Bulgaria and UK about internet access, tablet usage among different sexes, and about the smartphone usage. And here we see that we're far behind UK, but there's a great potential in our market, as we are actually seeing in the last years. And we see something trendy that in UK, the male population is actually much interested in using internet and other devices than computers and desktop. You can run a research by yourself and find what is your target audience and what percentage of them are available in the country that you are going to target with your tool. Let's look at the Google keyword tool. I think this one is more familiar to most of you, but this one is located in the AdWords interface. And I am sure that every one of you may have encountered this tool at some point of AdWords development or search engine optimization. And you can use it without making any billing to AdWords. You can sign in right away. adwords.google.com, and you can start using it and researching what keywords are your actually customers, potential customers, looking for. And you can identify problems upon these keywords. When somebody is searching for something, they're looking for a solution, and your product may become a solution. And here we can target just only a few keywords, or we can find some suitable, relevant others. And here's a preview of our research when we started the company. We here have the same keywords, AdWords Analytics, Google Training. And we see that there is some trendy information about the period between March and May. Why does people are searching for actually more information during those months? And we see something else very interesting. We see the average monthly search volume of particular keyword. We see that AdWords training was searched 1,300 times on a monthly average. And this is a potential, this is demand. And we can identify this demand, and we can see how we can optimize this keyword into our strategy, into our campaign. And we see that the competition is high, which means that there is demand, but there are companies that are offering the same product, maybe. the URL of the keyword is written below the image. And we have display planner. It's very similar to use as the keyword tool, but it gives you information about the placements. And by placements, I mean websites, mobile applications, videos, watch pages in YouTube. Cool. And you can get insights into historical data about the impressions that these websites are generating on a weekly basis. I have run a research about the top placements in Bulgaria filtered by impressions per week. And we see here very popular websites, and we can target them. You can actually select them, and you can place your ad inside this website. You could target either the whole website, or you can target the specific article or page inside that website. And you can select whichever website has AdSense on it. This is the Google AdSense instrument. And you can enter sites like Mashable or TechCrunch. I have done this. And you can have a different research, maybe on mobile applications in UK, in English language, and you can see which applications has the highest impression per week. And we see here that there are some games at the leading top places, and then we see some useful other tools, and you can find your competition even there. So it's best you can have some research. And about the pre-launch stage, we mentioned the Google Trends, the Consumer Barometer, Keyword, and Display Planner. Those are free, and you could use them many times a day. I'm using them every day in my work during campaign and strategy planning. And about AdWords, I really want to share 3 main aspects of the platform. I'm using it every day, and it's not about the cost, it's about the results. First of all, it gives you reach. You can access people who are searching for a product, and you can show ads on different websites to people who haven't identified their problem yet. This is the display network. About the costs, I mentioned several times $25. This is the least amount that you have to pay in order to get the free voucher of $75. This is available for all new clients in AdWords. So it will cost you at least $25. And you have full control over the clicks, over the ad spend, over everything. You can optimize and test and pause, and it's real-time marketing instrument. And about the tracking, you have to track everything. It's not about just spending some money. There are such clients, but they're not coming to us, because it's very important that you have to know what kind of conversions, what kind of results you are looking to get. You may be tracking downloads, you may be tracking registrations, clicks on buttons, but you need to have some idea in mind what is going to be the outcome of the campaign. And I'm going to talk about only few metrics. It's about the CPC. CPC is cost per click. You pay only as someone clicks. But it's not about just showing impressions of your ads and don't generating enough clicks. It's about the CTR. It's the click-through rate metric. The CTR gives you information whether your ads are interesting to your users or not. And this is important to have in mind. Let's define our objectives in Google metrics. If we are looking for awareness, it's about generating impressions. You have to have some reach, you have to get to know, you have to show your product to a reach of unique users. And you can track unique users with AdWords. And you can even track frequency capping, how many times a unique user has seen your ad. When you are having research and comparison goal, then you have to generate a larger number of clicks. These clicks are going to show you interesting trends, and it's not about only the click. The click is measured in AdWords, but what actually comes from there is a traffic to the website. And about the traffic to the website, you have to use some analytics tool on the website just to know your user behavior. And if you are running a campaign to get more purchases or to get more downloads, then you have to be tracking conversions. You can track mobile app downloads, no matter if it's iStore or Google Play, you can track them with Google AdWords as conversions, and you might know how many of all of the clicks converted and downloaded your web app or application, whatever. So you have two networks. If you're generating customer acquisition, maybe you should look more closely into the search network. You are showing solution to people who are already searching for your product. And if you want to generate brand awareness, you have to look at display network. And it's about showing the right message on the right website to the right audience at the right context. And this may be very effective for your company. Few words about the search network. I know that most of you are going to be familiar with how it works, but if somebody enters a keyword into the Google search, then results show. It's paid and organic, and if somebody clicks on your ad, it goes to the website, and you may just try to convert him into making the action you want. And it's all about testing. Google search gives you very different instruments in order to A/B test not only the text ads, but also the keywords. Is it going to be more effective to select a keyword that is buy now, or download for free, or purchase something online? You can experiment with everything. And you may just run a campaign for 3 days, get the results, pause the campaign, optimize your landing page accordingly, and then move on to the next stage of the AdWords campaign. If you are looking for companion display network, there are available a lot of targeting options. Some of them are targeting the website itself, and some of them are targeting the user. And I suggest that you search for the instrument that's named Ad Settings on browser level. Search for ad settings, and this is a tool that gives you information what your browser thinks about you. You will find some interesting information. According to my Safari, I am a Spanish-speaking woman of 45, but according to my Chrome, I'm in the right section, age group. So it's interesting to know what Google thinks about you, and you can target those interests with AdWords as well. And you may manually select placements. If you have some very limited budget, for example, you can select only 10 websites, but you have to know that they're the most proper and the most effective ones for your business. Mashable, TechCrunch, and some others. I have full lists of such kind of websites. And then we get to remarketing. I really love remarketing. And it's not about saying, I know what you did last summer, but it's about knowing that your visitor was on your website some time ago. And the period that you might be retargeting a person is 540 days. It's a lot of time. And you can retarget them with different messages. If a prospect comes to your website, but leaves without converting, without purchasing, buying, downloading anything, then you can show your ads on different websites he is actually browsing. And it's very interesting to see results and to see what kind of websites he or she is looking at after they have visited your website. And you can, again, target those websites or exclude them, or you can see that they're playing games. And a few words about YouTube. I think you all know that YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google, and is generating a lot of traffic. And you can upload video content. It's a great instrument. And something interesting is that you pay only after a view, and the view comes after the 30th second. So if you are targeting people with skippable ad, you have all seen such ads before the video plays, and you can skip it, and you're waiting to skip it. But if somebody skips your ad, you do not pay. And if he doesn't skip it until the 30th second, it's still free. And you get a lot of traffic. All of the clicks are free to your website. And you can get a lot of reach in demographics, and the engagement rates are very high, I can assure you. Those engagement rates, you can get the attention of the user in YouTube, and the cost per view is as low as 2 euro cents, even lower. I have done with 1 stutinka as well. And about mobile apps, I can talk probably 5 hours about how to advertise a mobile app with AdWords. But if you have any question, I'm more than willing to share with you. So first we have an option to target people who are searching in search with their mobile device. And you can show them an option with a link to download your app. And it's leading towards your Play Store or iStore. Then we can place our ad on different mobile apps. And you can use Display Planner in order to choose the applications one by one, if you find it suitable. And then we can place your ad even on watch pages in YouTube. And the engagement rates are very high on smartphones and on tablets. So again, I want to share something about the costs with mobile advertisement. The clicks are very, very cheap. It's like 1 stutinka in Bulgaria, 1 stutinka for traffic to the application itself. So it doesn't mean to advertise with AdWords to invest a lot of money, but to have some clear strategy how to use all available resources and how to make the strategy of the campaign work for you. And after you have run all of the experiments, you have done some wrong decisions, some right decisions, you have to gather them somewhere. And I'm using Google Analytics. Maybe it's popular to you as well. But Google Analytics is a free tool that gives you information about your visitors, about the traffic sources that generated traffic to the website or to the application. You can use analytics for mobile applications as well. And you can see how users are behaving and how they're using your content. And again, you can track conversions and e-commerce information about the purchase levels and everything else. And it's free. It's over there. You can install it only with few codes on the product itself. And we're going to look at the campaign, a real campaign. It's our campaign. We started the campaign, and here we see the graph. We see the blue line and the orange one. The blue line shows you the clicks, and the orange gives you the conversions. How many of the users who clicked on our ads actually came to our website and registered? And we see here that some of the campaigns are performing best, some of them are not really. But still we have some information about how and which channels are actually most effective. We have the display remarketing in YouTube. We are remarketing people in YouTube, watching movies or watching some songs and something else. And we see that this channel is providing us with most converted clicks. And the average cost per click is reasonable, around 10 level. While we are having other channels with cost per conversion, like search store campaign of above 30 or above 60 or something else. But you see, it's obvious. You don't need to be an analytical specialist or marketing specialist just to understand that some channels are working best for you and some of them are not. And about the analytics part, again, we have here the traffic sources report. And we see that we generated 355 conversions in 7 days. It gives you a lot of information, a lot of data. And here we see that the top source that generated the most conversions is Facebook. It's not always the source that you think is the most proper that converts best, actually. We, as a Google specialist, were sure that Google was going to provide terrific results, but it wasn't actually the case. And we see here that we can just optimize our campaign and continue with our AdWords strategy by using only remarketing and generating a lot of the traffic from Facebook channel. And I have 6 steps to measuring success. First one, get your free AdWords voucher coupon of $75 if you invest $25. Then you have to implement some tracking. If you haven't started using analytics or AdWords, there's some tracking that you should implement on the website in the body section. It's very easy to do for all of you. And then you have to define some marketing objectives. What is the goal of the campaign? And you have to set ways to measure them. And I recommend Google Analytics as the tool that gives you the measuring tools. Then you can find a lot of information about your core target by using those research tools that I have already shown to you. You have to find the potential markets, you have to find your core target, what kind of placements they're watching, what kind of keywords they're searching, and then you can launch an AdWords campaign with a clear marketing strategy. You have to know what you're measuring and testing. And of course, you have to generate some data, you have to get an insight to this data, and you have to optimize accordingly. And we are learning both from our success and from our mistakes, but it's important to revamp our product and to make it better upon this data. And I'm leaving my contact details if you want to ask me something else, and I'm going to be available during the whole day if you have any other questions about Google marketing tools. And I thank you for your time and attention.
Thank you, Ivelina. Well, it's time for lunch. Let's take until 2:30, which gives us about 15 minutes. Be back here. We'll continuing on. Thank you. Oh, and don't forget to tweet. Again, we have a lovely prize for the person who tweets the most today. See you soon.